The topic for today is Import-Export Glossary. So today we will be studying some important terms that are related to import and export. Beginning with the first term, which is importer. As the name itself indicates, importer is a person or a company that buys goods or services from another country. Staying in India, if you are buying something outside India, then you are an importer. Coming on to the second term, exporter. This term is opposite of the term importer, a country or firm or even a company who sends or sells goods and services to other country. Exporter is the one who is selling something outside the geographical boundaries of the home country. That person or company is known as exporter. Next term is warehouse. As the name itself is very clear, warehouse is basically the production and storage area of products that are used for importing or exporting. So this is basically a place where the goods or products are stored. Next comes custom. Custom is basically government authorities that handle import or export. So the authorities which are concerned with trade, that is international trade, import-export. So such department is custom. Now a very common term, port. Port is basically the loading and unloading area of a ship where goods are loaded in the home country and are unloaded in the destination country. Coming on to custom clearance. It is the permission to pass the imported or exported goods so that they can leave or enter the other country. Custom clearance is basically a procedure that needs to be followed in order to import or export goods from home country to destination country. Free Trade Agreement, which is commonly known as FTA, we have already studied it in detail. In case you want to revise it, kindly go back to the previous video. PTA, Preferential Trade Agreement. These are the two types of agreements between the countries that are involved in trade. You can go through these videos in case you want to revise it. DGFT. It stands for Directorate General of Foreign Trade. This is the full form of DGFT. This is basically a body under Ministry of Commerce and Industry of Government of India. Basically, it is headed by Director General of Foreign Trade. Till 1991, DGFT's office was known as CCI&E, that stands for Chief Controller of Imports and Exports. So this is basically, students, a government body that regulates trade between countries. RCMC, it is Registration cum Membership Certificate. This is one of the required documents for the exporter. Before beginning with export, it is a very important step and we will be studying it in detail. Coming on to FOB value, which is known as freight on board or free on board value. If the terms related to delivery of a transaction are based on FOB, then this means that cost of movement of goods on board of airlines or ship are to be borne by the seller. Basically, FOB value is the base on which the delivery of the transaction is based. So according to FOB value, it can be said that the cost that is on board of airlines or ship are to be paid by the seller. This is what the role of FOB value is in trade. So students, these were the common terms that you must know if you are studying import-export.